All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Nedbank in a minute webinar seminar. And we just like to welcome you guys and thank you guys for coming. This is a big turnout and I'm very happy. Can't wait to tell you all about Nedbank. My name is Unaluruna Ditebele, and I'm a first-year grad on the program, the Nedbank Quants Graduate Program. I'm currently in the Group Internal Audit rotation. I'm in the models team. And I'm going to be your host for today, and I can't wait to tell you all about Nedbank and the products we have for you guys and the programs we have for you guys. Let's get started. If everyone can mute, that'd be great. Fantastic. So today I'm going to start off with a welcome, and I'm going to introduce some of the quants that I work with. I'm going to let program management tell you guys more about the program. Then I'm going to speak to my colleagues and let them tell you more about what they do, where they're from. And then I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to ask us a few questions. So please, as the presentation goes, feel free to send your questions on the chat. And then we have a competition for you guys. So please pay attention. You could potentially win a lovely prize. Then I've got some closing remarks for everyone. Fantastic. Let me introduce you to some of my colleagues. For today, we've got XAMISHKA, AWANDE, and SRIYA. Now, before I talk to my colleagues, I want to introduce you guys to a special lady. She's the program coordinator, and she makes sure that everything runs smoothly in the Nedbank graduate program. Can I ask everyone to mute themselves, please? Fantastic. Okay. Lesego, can you please tell us about the program and what Nedbank has to offer to students? And can you please elaborate more about what happens on the program? Over to you, Lesego.
Sure. It's going to be quite hard having to be quick and having to sum up such a great program, but I'll try my best to capture all the great things about the program. So let me start off by saying, if you inspire to have an exciting career specializing in quantitative and capital risk management, joining this tailor-made graduate program will help you achieve your dreams by opening up an array of opportunities for you. You will have the chance to be rotated across several businesses for a period of up to 2 years, being extensively exposed to a broad range of quantitative risk management techniques, such as model development, model validation, scorecard calibration, and stress testing. So you're probably wondering what qualifications you're needing for all this. I mean, even though you will join various business units at an entry level, you'll be treated as an indispensable member of the team. Your work will include the development and maintenance of models that form an integral part of our business processes, as the advanced risk measures procedures by these models inform the bank's decisions making and strategy. We pride ourselves on developing global business leaders which are entrenched with an entrenched social awareness and a vested interest in their surrounding communities, while being part of a bank that seeks to use financial expertise to do good. Unfortunately, our applications for our 2022 intake have closed. However, we still have an opportunity for you to get a taste of what it will be like to work for Nedbank with our Quants Exploration Program, which is QEP. And the purpose of this program is to introduce final year undergrad students of maths, stats, engineering, applied maths, or any other quantitative degree, or students looking to pursue a full-time honors or master's degree in 2022 academic year. And we want to just, expose you to our culture, our values, and the brand of the Nedbank Group. As final year undergrad students or postgrad students, by attending our annual Quants Exploration Program, you will gain insight into the role of a quant professional at the bank, experience Nedbank's purpose-led and people-driven culture and brand, meet and network with seasoned quant professionals, executives, and our current grads, gain insightful professional leadership and interview skills, as well as improve on your personal branding. You will as well be challenged by a wide range of relevant financial services, quantitative and risk-related activities. All this happened in December, and our applications are currently open, closing end of August. But I think Una and you and your fellow grads will touch on this a bit more. But I mean, that kind of sums up our great quant graduate program.
Thank you, Lesotho. Couldn't have said it better myself. I think you've covered so much in a little time. Thank you so much for that. I'd like to introduce you guys to some of the quants on the program. First off, we have XAMISHKA. Now, XAMISHKA is a colleague of mine, but I'd like XAMISHKA to introduce herself and maybe tell us about where she's from, what she studied, and something about her background. XAMISHKA, can you take it away?
Cool, thanks, Ona. So hi, everybody. Like Ona said, my name is XAMISHKA, and I'm a first-year trainee quant at Nedbank. So as you see there, my first rotation is in the Retail Credit Lab Data and Analytics team. So a little bit about me. I studied chemical engineering at UKZN, and last year I started my master's in chemical engineering at UKZN, currently completing it part-time. So yeah, that's a little bit about my background, where I'm from. I'm from KZN as well, small town in called Port Shepstone. So yeah, that's about me.
Thank you, XAMISHKA. XAMISHKA, the Nedbank Graduates Program is graduate-led. Can you please elaborate on this and tell us about some of the benefits of it? Can you also try to do it in a minute?
All right, so in a minute, I guess. Okay, so our program is split into 3 streams, all right? And as a graduate, you get to pick which streams you want to be a part of. So our 3 streams are recruitment, marketing, and social. Now, when you choose to be a part of one of these committees, you then get to assign tasks that are entirely yours to run. And what I mean by that is, let's just take quant recruitment, for example. The process whereby we pick the next 12 graduates that join Nedbank the following year is actually headed up by a second-year quant. And he now takes all the tasks that need to be completed and divides it up between the first and second-year quants that decide they want to be a part of the recruitment process. And of course, a similar strategy is followed for marketing and social, where our presence here at the career fair today is actually brought to you by the first-year marketing team. So yeah, that's how it's program led, and we all contribute into the success of the graduate program, I guess. Ooh, I have some time left.
Thank you so much, XAMISHKA. Now, 2 graduates, they don't have the same rotation experience. Can you please elaborate on this? And can you do it in a minute?
Cool. All right. So one of the really great things about the Nedbank graduate program is that you can really build and tailor your own graduate experience. Now, what I mean by that is it's a 2-year graduate program where you can enter 4 different teams through a 6-month rotation. So basically what I said, yeah, in 2 years, you can see 4 different aspects of the bank. Now, how that works is at the end of your 1-month induction, where we had all this learning and sort of we're given all the information that we need to do well within the bank, we were then given a list of available teams or of available rotations where teams had a space for graduates. And then it also came with like a really nice resource pack, so we could read a little bit more about the teams and find out a bit more before it is we decide where it is that we want to go. Now, the really nice thing about this is that you can decide what you do and do not like, because after the 2-year program, when you do want to go permanent, you'll have a better idea about where it is you want to go within the bank. Yeah.
Thank you, XAMISHKA. That was so in-depth. Thank you so much. Now, I want to introduce the students to another colleague of mine, and that is AWANDE. AWANDE, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us about where you're from, what you studied, and a bit about your background.
Thank you so much, Ona. Hi, everyone. My name is AWANDE. I grew up in Durban and I studied at UCT, where I did my undergrad in mathematics and applied statistics. I then did my honors in maths only at Witwatersrand. UKZN is very close to home. One thing I love about it is that anytime I'd go back to visit family, I'd always pop in and steal some time there in your guys' campus where my sister was. So I'm very fond of the campus. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, AWANDE. AWANDE, can you tell us about how Nedbank helped you transition from varsity into a working environment? And can you try to do that in a minute?
Hmm. Thank you so much, Ona. I think one of the things that scare us the most is when you're starting out of a new job is to what is expected from me and how will I manage, especially coming from varsity. Nedbank was there to support us a lot, especially towards in the start of it, we had a 1-month banking boot camp where we were introduced to the bank all together. So presentations, any jargon, what division does what, exactly how the bank makes money, that was all introduced to us step by step. It was also a cool way to meet new people, to interact, to have meetings, and to stay in the know-how. Even though it was virtual, we were always connected and having a laugh here and there. We have a lot of support here with the mentors that we have, not only in our rotation, but also in the program. There's always someone who's willing to take 15 minutes of their day to have.
Has the
Nedbank, you're breaking up a little. Ona, Awande, we couldn't hear you.
And then you also have your program involvement, as you'll hear more as to we are graduate-led program. Not only has it met it, it has exceeded it. Any skills that I was lacking, it was always an opportunity for me to take on the challenge, to send the email, to network with people, to get stuff done. Not only am I pushed to be a better leader, I'm a better person. When we talk about being a young difference maker, it is the individual and it is the spark that Nedbank lights up inside of you every day. Not only are you making a difference, you're part of a bigger team, your opinion matters, you are in charge of the job that is set out in your name. So it's more than what I expected, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you, Awande. My expectations have been met as well. So thank you for that answer. Then we've got SRIYA on our panel. SRIYA, can you please introduce yourself to the students? Tell us about what you studied, where you're from. SRIYA, over to you.
Hi, Victoria. So in my undergrad, I actually studied stats, but I'm currently completing my master's through the university in financial engineering. I'm from Springs in Johannesburg, and yeah, I'm currently rotating through the credit models validation units.
Thank you so much, SRIYA. Now, my question for you is that, what does the program do to foster relationships between the graduates during these times? Can you try to answer that in a minute?
I'll do my best. Thanks, Anna. So everything was virtual for boot camp, but we actually fortunate enough to meet in person on the first day and have a picnic at 135 in Santon. But all social distancing and COVID protocols were followed. But we did connect at this point, and to kind of encourage the string boot camp, we'd have breakout team sessions every morning with a new set of grads where we chat and get to know each other, answer some icebreaker questions. We also had so many activities in groups throughout the graduate process and throughout boot camp. It really was amazing, and it sort of happened naturally after that. We'd all enjoy each other's company so much, and we'd schedule our own weekly catch-ups with all the grads where we'd chat and spend time with everyone. And the fact that we participate in program involvement activities really plays such a huge role in building our relationships with each other. We're planning events together, we're getting through unexpected crisis situations together. I think it goes beyond working relationships at this point. I think we're all quite good friends.
Thank you. Indeed, you are good friends. SRIYA, can you tell us why you chose Nedbank to start your career?
Thanks, Sona. So I definitely say that it's the Nedbank culture. So honestly, when I started applying for jobs, I wasn't really sure what to expect. So I thought I'd go wherever I got accepted. But it was actually in my interview process, I could clearly see that the people working here really love working for Nedbank, and they were so respectful towards me and towards each other. And you see this at all levels. You see it with grads, managers. I even see it now with people who recently joined. it really was so inspiring to see this great energy and this culture in a corporate environment. And at that point, I kind of chose Nedbank as my first choice and dedicated all my time and energy into making sure that I got accepted at Nedbank. You can see at Nedbank, there's this culture where you're supported, where you're respected, your opinions really matter. And, you know, you all work so hard to get through your degree and you made so many sacrifices and you want it to be worthwhile. You want to work at a company where you genuinely enjoy your job and you're part of this great culture. And you definitely do get this at Nedbank. It's why Nedbank still remains my first employer of choice.
Well, fantastic. I absolutely love the culture as well, Shri. I can relate with that so much. Now, next on our agenda is question time. This is where we give you guys the opportunity to ask us a few questions. So please send your questions in the chat and we'll attend to them now. XAMISHKA, can you please help me with the questions?
Cool. So Awande will be helping you with the questions today.
Fantastic. Thanks, Awande.
Thanks, XAMISHKA. Thank you, Ona. So we have a question here, and it's from Tina Tender. Tina Tender wants to know, does your graduate program also include foreign students? I think with criteria, Lesego can be one to help us with this one.
Yes, we do consider foreign nationals. You need to have your ID and a study or work permit to be eligible.
Okay, thank you so much, Lesego. So we also have a question from Tembaletu, who wants to know, do pure and applied math graduates qualify to be quants? I did my undergrad in mathematics, Tembaletu, and I also did my postgrad in mathematics. Yes, the quant graduate program, it looks for more analytical type of degrees, so mathematics does fall within that. So it is a field that we do consider. The next question we have is, which graduates specifically qualify for quants? So this is a question that we got from SRIYA. XAMISHKA, would you like to just highlight some of the things that we look for when we go through applications from quants?
So the first thing we look for is whether you've done maths or stats in your undergraduate degree. So if you've done a couple modules in maths, like throughout the years, obviously not just one module, a few more from there. And yeah, we're just looking for that. And obviously if you have passed those modules as well, obviously carry them out until completion. Other than that, what we look for are things in your CV. So I guess this is a bit of advice for CV writing or cover letter writing. Make sure you have things like your examples of where you showed leadership or volunteership, even sports or other activities that you might do. Just include it there in your CV. It really, really helps push your application along, not just at Nedbank, but everywhere else as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I see we don't have any other questions, but I'm sure maybe someone in the audience probably wants to know, okay, so I'm not yet doing my postgrad, but I am interested in Nedbank. What can I do today to get started? SRIYA, maybe would you want to help out someone who has a question like that and is considering, but they don't know where to get started today?
Thanks, Wandi. So if you're not yet doing your postgrad, so your honors or anything as yet, I think you can definitely apply for our QEP internship at the end of the year. It's really great. It gives you such a head start and kind of gives you an insight into what we're going to be experiencing at this Nedbank culture, you know, really, really great. Applications do close soon, so I encourage you all to apply as soon as possible. And yeah, I think that would give you a head start and just, you know, focus on improving yourselves, focus on doing the best you can at varsity, you know, taking initiative. Yeah, that should really be the head start you need.
Thank you so much, SRIYA. We have another question from Timbaletu, who wants to know that, are the applications for the grad program still open? Unfortunately, they have closed, Timbaletu, but you are still able to go into our website. I know we've been sending the links in the chat for you to apply for QEP. This will be a great opportunity for you just to find out more as to exactly what does a quant do, build connections with people, network with individuals in the bank. That can help a lot in your journey to becoming a quant. I see we have a question from Tamira. Tamira wants to know that outside the academic achievements, what other qualities or traits does the grad program look for in the prospective graduates? I know ZAMISHKA spoke on this a little bit. ZAMISHKA, do you think maybe we can also help to mirror out here? Okay.
So yeah, what we're looking for in graduates is that you're involved in more than just academics. Like I said, we want to see things like where you've taken leadership. And we understand that you're also students. So I mean, and a simple example would be if you tutored a module, like a first year or second year module, or you were head on a project at undergraduate level. These are the things that we want to see in your CV. Also things like community involvement, involvement in sports or music or just cultural activities as well, not just the academic side. So over and above academics, those are the other things that we're looking for.
Thanks a lot, ZAMISHKA. This also helped me just well-rounded individuals, whatever you can remember, wherever you showed up, just be sure to include that in your CV. We have a question here from Sikulile who wants to know as to how long is our QEP program. I think maybe Lesego can just highlight more exactly in the 3 days, what exactly that you'll be exposed to. Lesego, would you like to please help Sikulile?
So we like keeping QEP a bit of a mystery, but what I can say, you will gain a lot of insight into, you know, what it's like to work at a bank. We have simulations of the banking environment. We have networking sessions. We have sessions where you'll gain insightful professional leadership skills, not only just learning about Nedbank, but also just helping you to grow personally. Yeah, I think that's all I can share for now.
Thank you, Lesego. Well said. Quite exciting. And if I was in your shoes today, interested in Nedbank, I'd definitely apply. I think that's all the questions we have on our side. Over to you, Ona. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those answers, everyone. Thank you for the questions as well. These are amazing questions. Next on our agenda is our competition side. So this is where you guys have opportunity to win an amazing prize. My colleague will add the link to the chats. So our competition is an AVO hunt, where in the Microsoft form, we've identified a few things that we'd like you to find on the Nedbank website. So please search for those AVOs and you guys could win amazing prizes. Good luck. Next on our agenda is our QEP. So my colleagues have spoken about QEP throughout the presentation. And on my side, I just like to encourage you guys to apply. Please take all the tips my colleagues have identified and add them to your CV. You know, it will really make you a stronger candidate when you've done your research about Nedbank, about the program, you've attended the webinars. It really makes you a much stronger candidate. So I encourage you guys to please apply. Applications close on the 31st of August. So guys, it's really close. So guys, please send those applications. I think my colleague will also add the link to apply in the chat. And yeah, then next on our agenda is information. So for more information, please visit our website. If you guys have more questions, please feel free to email us at quants@nedbank.co.za. And we've reached the end of our presentation. This was amazing. Thank you so much for having us, guys. I wish we could talk for longer. But on my side, guys, thank you so much for coming the way you did. Thank you so much for coming in your numbers. We really want you guys to apply, and I'd love to see those applications from UKZN. And I'm looking forward to it.